Elite Facts presents
7 random things people collect.
7.
The already chewed nicotine collection. Okay, so this isn't the greatest way to start a list, but have you ever heard of anyone rolling around a large wad of chewed up gum like it was a piece of unbaked pastry? Meet Barry Chappell, the man who has collected and rolled one of the largest wads of nicotine gum in the world. Chappell was on an international flight when he started chewing Nicorette gum because he couldn't smoke. Since there was no place to put the gum when he was finished chewing it, he just held it in his hand and ended up forming it into a small ball with his fingers. Piece after piece, his discarded gum became a much larger ball between his fingers. It was at that moment that his idea came to fruition. Why not create the world's largest gum ball and completely stop smoking in the process? Hey, on paper it sounds incredibly disgusting, but if it means stopping smoking, is it really such a bad idea? 6 years after starting his collection, Chappell has collected up to 95,200 pieces of gum, weighing a whopping 175 pounds. Oh, and by the way, he was successful in his quest to stop smoking.
6.
Belly button fluff. So if you thought collecting wads of gum was disgusting, well, at least it served a purpose in helping someone quit smoking. This is just purely disgusting. 45-year-old librarian Graham Barker from Perth, Australia, has been collecting his own belly button fluff for the last 26 years. He started his bizarre collection when he noticed his own navel lint one night and became curious about how much fluff a person produces. To answer his own question, he monitored his belly button frequently and collected whatever he could dig in there and find. Contrary to what most people believe when they hear about his weird habit, Graham isn't obsessed with lint, nor does he spend most of his time checking his navel. He's only driven by curiosity. Right. And dedicates a mere 10 seconds a day to collecting the fluff, right before stepping into the shower. Shockingly, after 26 years of collecting, his extensive collection weighs just 22 grams. After being acknowledged by the Guinness Book of Records as the world's largest collection of navel lint, his 3 jars of fluff were acquired by a museum for an undisclosed amount. Ka-ching! It does serve a purpose after all.
5.
World's largest Barbie collection. So it's no surprise that there are toy collectors out there that go above and beyond. Well, this guy certainly does that, as Jian Yang has a collection that consists of more than 6,000 Barbie dolls. Funny thing is, you wouldn't expect it when looking at the exterior of his tidy row house, as it gives no hint about what's inside. The 33-year-old Singapore man favors minimalist decor, but the Barbie collection, with the 3,000 other dolls he owns, dominates 3 sides of the main room. It spills over to fill 9 mirrored cabinets in his dressing room and the shelves of his study. Although you might think he's collecting for his own enjoyment, Yang is instead collecting purely for professional interest in toys and consumer trends. Right. Which is essentially a part of his job as Director of Strategy at Omnicom Media Group. That being said, however, his Barbie collection did originally start as a hobby, as he began collecting at the age of 13 when he bought the Great Shape model in a turquoise spandex gym outfit and striped leg warmers. That's what the doll was wearing, not him. He has spent 20 years and over 251,699 pounds on his collection. Absolute craziness.
4.
Latex mermaid tails. Okay, so it's one thing to collect Barbie dolls or belly button lint or even rolling wads of gum into one massive gum ball, but this one is just some completely weird fetish as far as we're concerned. When Eric Ducharme slips into his handmade fin to explore the crystal clear waters of Florida's natural springs as a merman, he says he's mentally transported as well. Well, he's mentally something for sure. Eric Ducharme's life essentially revolves around mermaids, as the local Florida resident states that he, quote, eats, sleeps, and breathes mermaids, while physically looking and acting like one as often as time will allow. Since he was a child, he's been fascinated with mermaids. At the age of 16, he put on his first show while swimming as the Mermaid Prince in Weeki Wachee Springs' Little Mermaid show in 2006. As of today, Ducharme runs his own business called Mertailor, which specializes in the manufacturing of custom-made tails from silicone, urethanes, and latex rubbers, like the ones he wears. It all smells a bit fishy to us, but who are we to judge?
3.
Super Soaker collection. Okay, we don't care what you say, this one is pretty cool. Take a look at Chris Reed's insane collection of Super Soaker water guns. The The Super Soaker water gun was first introduced to the world in 1989, and it quickly outpowered the other water guns of its time. Essentially, if you were to get into a water gun war and you had a Super Soaker, you were pretty much guaranteed to reign supreme over other competitors. Chris Reed has collected somewhere around 340 Super Soakers overall, including about 240 unique designs, along with other color variants. His very first Super Soaker, the green and yellow 50, was autographed by Super Soaker inventor Lonnie Johnson. We guarantee it would be a fun summer with him if you and a group of your friends wanted to get into a water gun war.
2,
Hot Sauce Collection. Vic Klinko owns what is one of the hottest collections on this list, as he owns the world's largest hot sauce collection. This collection consists of more than 6,000 amazing bottles from all around the world, including a rare bottle of Blair's 16 Million Reserve, which at the time of him showing off his collection was the hottest sauce on the planet. He stores these bottles in a condiments line of shelves that goes from the floor to the ceiling in the dining room of his home in Phoenix, Arizona. As you'd expect, he's already run out of space on these shelves, so he uses his cupboards and fridge to store any new bottles that he's collected. He's been collecting the jars for the past 17 years and is widely thought to hold the world record for a private collection of this kind. Mr. Klinko, who works as a staff cook at the Four Seasons Hotel, said his most expensive bottle is worth about $900, as it's a one-of-a-kind bottle. He's also said to have paid £400 for a single bottle. That man really likes his sauce.
1,
Skelextrick Collection. Man, Skelextricks were amazing. Originally released in 1957, Skelextrick sets were all the rage from its release up until recently, as they are now seen as collector's items. Well, the largest collection was sold in late 2008 and was reported to be the largest collection of Skelextrick models in the world. This collection consisted of more than 1,000 cars, 2.5 miles of racetrack, and countless accessories. The collection includes a rare blue Bugatti Type 59 and a yellow Ferrari Berlinetta GT250 and other Skelextrick models. The owner acquired his first Skelextrick in 1957 when the brand was launched and has added to it over the last half-century. There are 80 boxed sets in the collection, including modern Spider-Man and Knight Rider models. There's even one of only 3 known prototype Batmobiles. The auction of this collection raised £99,000 and is without a doubt one of the coolest collections you could have, if you're crazy for nostalgic playsets.
Don't forget to like us and subscribe for more Elite Facts.